putting this on. Give me a second.
Bad news
So,
today.
yeah, Israel really needs a lot of prayers at the moment. The Hadassah moment. I thought I'd talk a little bit about the hospitals. So Hadassah Hospital at Mount Scopus. It's 14 miles from Ain Karam on panoramic Mount Scopus. Hadassah Hospital serves both as a top-tier community medical center and addresses special needs of the greater Jerusalem area. Families rely on the Pediatric Chronic Disease Center, a hospice, and the region's rehabilitation center. A new comprehensive rehabilitation center will bring cutting-edge robotics to soldiers and civilian stroke and terror survivors, as expansions and improvements bring advanced care to busy adult and pediatric emergency rooms, including at a new shock trauma center. Women giving birth continue to trust the outstanding care provided at the Rady Mother and Child Center. A cardiac catheterization lab provides immediate heart repairs 24/7. And then our other hospital at Ain Karam shares a large campus with the Hebrew University Hadassah School of Medicine, with scientists collaborating from both institutions, which is why the research is fantastic. The 19-story inpatient Sarah Wetzman Davidson Hospital Tower, which many of us contributed to, is Hadassah's gift to the people of Israel on its centennial. It dominates the Ain Karam campus. The underground state-of-the-art surgical suites are sheltered deep in the Jerusalem hillside and fortified against conventional, biological, and chemical warfare. Hospital gardens provide green space for emotional sustenance of patients and staff. The iconic round building opened in 1962 is being normalized and expanded to meet the city's growing needs. Research and clinical trials draw patients from around the world. Margie, which one did you contribute to?
I've done both, but now the physical therapy department, that's at Mount Scopus. They're building a whole new building there because they need space for all the equipment.
I think it's really important, in light of what's going on in Israel, to remember that from 1948 to 67, that Mount Scopus was not in our hands. And not only was it not in our hands, but 70 medical personnel were killed on their way to Mount Scopus, doctors, nurses, other personnel. Which is why it's so extremely, really important to keep all of Jerusalem in the hands of Israel, where all three religions, or others, can practice freely. And as a little aside, and show my own personal prejudice, I think the fact that the Arabs are setting Molotov cocktails next to their most sacred of places shows their absolute regard for it. Not much. Now, having said my little spiel, I just want to mention one other thing before we go on to Karen. Newtown Hadassah Newtown Hadassah, along with Northampton Ort, which Bonnie is president of, are teaming together to do a honey sale before Rosh Hashanah. It's going to begin at the end of May. It's from, an Ort chapter does do this, and it's like $4, I think, per jar is our profit. So once I have contacted them, but once I get the materials, it will be sent out to all the members. We need to sell 50 jars, which between Ort and Hadassah, we should easily be able to do to make a substantial profit. So I hope that once you get your order form, that you will do that. Any questions about that?
Great.
Good. Good. All right. Then, Karen, the floor is yours. And I, again, would suggest that everyone change their view to speaker.
Don't I introduce her first?
Yes, go
Go
for
right
it.
ahead, Margie.
Yeah, come on. Karen,
I'm
right
sorry. I always
thing.
do that to you,
gotta read it.
Margie. I'm sorry.
You always leave me out.
I do. I apologize.
I mean, I go out of my way to get a bio on people, and you forget about me.
I'm old. Someday you'll be my age.
Okay. Well, Karen, as you know, loves yoga and meditation. These have been her things, and dancing. This has been her thing since I've known her, and probably before. But for her, teaching yoga is not just teaching poses. It is about helping people become aware of their bodies from the inside out, energetically, emotionally, physically, and how our thoughts can affect those energies in our bodies. Chair yoga is just practicing yoga with a prop, the chair. Some people do not feel comfortable practicing on a mat because of various reasons. The support that the chair can offer is a confidence physically and emotionally, especially those whose balance is not stable enough for standing poses without the chair. Yoga practice increases flexibility, strength, balance, and creates calmness in the body and the mind. I think of it more as a movement meditation. We learn to use awareness of breath to anchor us into the present moment, because since the breath is always in the present moment, when we can keep our attention on our inhales and exhales, we can be with whatever is happening in each moment instead of living in our chattering minds. Doesn't work for me, but I'll keep trying, Karen. The regular experience of practicing yoga can change your life. It did for me. And she hopes to see us. Now, if anybody here has osteoporosis, no, just osteopenia, high or low blood pressure, or any other medical concerns, let Karen know before we start, and she can help you out. Okay, Karen, your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, you can let me know now before we even begin to let me know what's going on with you today, physically, emotionally, you know, our shoulders, our knees, or
Knees.
knees. Okay.
I have osteoporosis.
Okay. Osteoporosis. You want to make sure for osteoporosis, if I have, I usually have like an outline of what I want to do, but I always change in the last moment. For anything that make sure you do not round your back at all. Do not lower your head lower than your heart. What else? Well, and everybody that's here right now, just know your body, and if I give you something that you're just not comfortable in doing, don't do it. You know, or
Modify, huh?
or modify.
Yeah.
You know, what I ask you to do doesn't mean that you have to do it. Okay, I don't want anybody hurting themselves. The most important thing in yoga is in Sanskrit is ahimsa, which means doing no harm to yourself or anybody else. And that goes for not just physically, emotionally, how we beat ourselves up all the time. We're the worst judges of ourselves. I mean, we would never talk to a friend the way we talk to ourselves. So just be there for yourself and do whatever you feel comfortable in doing. Okay? Okay, good. Okay, so I didn't want to forget some things. Okay, well, Margie kind of put it in, but I'll re-say it. What is yoga? Yoga is not, we're not doing yoga. What yoga means in Sanskrit is to join, to come together, to make whole. We are practicing yoga, and we practice yoga to experience the movement, the breath that keeps us in the present moment. So for me, when I practice yoga, it's not just, okay, I come up in my loft and I do a couple poses or whatever, and then, okay, I'm on my day. For me, there's something here that I really, really liked. When we relax the body and breathe, when we're doing yoga, we can make friends with the mind. I really like that. Now I lost my trend of thought. When we practice yoga, we want to feel it in our bodies, and whatever occurs during the time that we're practicing yoga, if you practice it enough, I don't expect a lot from today, but maybe even today, to take it with you into your life, into your everyday life. And that's the whole purpose of doing this. And like I said, it has changed or transformed me in ways that I never expected because I wasn't trying. It just happens, and it's hard to explain, and it's different for everybody. So I think that's about it. So if we can begin, first let me take a drink because I take medication and my mouth gets dry. Okay. So hopefully you're sitting in a chair, a sturdy chair that does not have wheels or arms, which would be best because I don't want anybody falling out of their chair. So if you are sitting in a rolled chair, at least sit on your sofa if you can, or something that's more stable than a rolling chair. So to begin, we want to come to a comfortable sitting position, sitting up tall. Have your feet about fist width apart, parallel. As far as alignment goes, feel or be aware of your ankles and your ankles right below your knees. So you feel like you're in a 90-degree angle with the knees, and your knees in line with your hips, and your shoulders directly right over your hips. And sit up nice and tall, feeling your spine lifting out from this. You're sitting in the chair, and you're getting taller all the way through the back of your neck, lengthening your neck, and up through the top of your head to the sky. So you feel nice and sturdy. And this position that we start in is called, if we were standing, there's a little difference, but sitting in the chair, it's called Tadasana, or mountain pose. And it's called that because it's a pose of strength, of feeling like you're a mountain. And the mountain is wide on the bottom, like your bottom, and it keeps you sturdy, and then it rises all the way up to the top towards the sky. And even though there's rain and tornadoes and whatever, and it can eventually eat around away the whatever it eats away at, but the mountain is always sturdy and always there. So that is our Tadasana. So next, we want to bring our palms of our hands on our thighs while we're sitting up tall. And if you're comfortable, gently close your eyes. And now that your eyes are closed, begin to connect and turn inward, inside, and connect with your breath. Connect with the inhales and the exhales through the nose, coming into the body, and then leaving the body. And remembering that as long as you can connect with your breath, you are in the present moment, because the breath is always in the present moment. As soon as you notice it, you're in the present moment. Because most of the time we're either in the past, worried about something, or being angry about something, or whatever's going on or went on before you came here today. Or we were thinking about the future, either the uncertainty of what could happen, what will happen, our to-do lists. However, we're very rarely in our bodies. We're in our minds, thinking, and we always listen to this little voice in our heads talking to us. And if we can just slow down and come to our breath and slow the breath down, And if you're capable, take your left palm, place that on your heart, and your right palm on your lower belly. And feel the breath as it enters the body. Feel the breath wherever you feel it. You may feel it coming in through your nostrils. Maybe you feel it in your throat. Perhaps taking a deeper breath, you can feel your belly rising and falling. And see if you can slow the exhales down slower than your inhale. And begin to feel how that feels in your body. And if thoughts come to your mind, that's perfectly fine, they're normal. But just see if you can come back to the breath without judging yourself or feeling you're doing anything wrong, because you're not, which will bring you back to the present moment. So stay with your breath here for about a minute or so. And feel your body soften, especially around the face. Softening the jaw. We tend to clench our jaw without noticing that when we're tense or working. And see if you can just let go more and more, just for right now. Feel like the breath is massaging you inside. Feel your eyes softening. Feel your temples softening. Feel the inside of your throat, your neck, begin to soften. Allow your shoulders to soften down away from the ears. Allow your belly to soften. Even the outside of your skin. Feel your skin softening. And feel what you feel here. You might feel the air on your skin, whether it's cold or warm. And see if with each out breath, just let go of any tension or holding. Just let it go, let it go. There's nothing to do here. Nowhere to be, just be. So I usually begin my classes with the primordial sound of Om. So when you're ready, take your palms of both your hands, bringing them together, and your thumbs towards your heart. And this is Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. And hopefully there's nobody in your house that's going to make fun of you. And we're going to chant just one sound of Om. And you can either chant with me, or you can just listen, because the vibrations from the sound will fill your body as well. So if you're ready, take in a deep breath. And if you'd like to make an intention for your class, you can do that now, whatever that will be, or not, you don't have to. And when you're ready, gently flutter open your eyes and we'll begin. So I'm going to turn my computer around so that you can see me, hopefully. Oh, and I just wanted to remind you, for those that don't know me very well, 4 years ago, I began to lose my eyesight. It's a condition known as ischemic optic neuropathy. So it has affected my optic nerve. So I do not have any peripheral vision. And what I do see is very blurry. So as I sit in the chair away from you, I'm going to put you in gallery mode here. I probably won't be able to see you very well, but you will be able to see me. So if there's any question or you're having a problem or you can't see me very well, if I move off screen, please let me know. Okay? Okay, great. So I'm going to
Karen,
yes.
please explain the ability and the concise intention, so that it's not a rambling list. It's so concise that it's relatable for that moment and for that day.
Well, just make it one thing, or it's hard because, you know, we're all different. Sometimes when I do my practice, an intention is not a wish. Like I wish to lose 20 pounds or something like that. Intention is, it's like it's already happened. Like you can have an intention and say to yourself, I am at peace.
Right.
I am flexible. Does that help you at all?
That's exactly what I wanted you to do, because in the beginning, when I started yoga, my intention was, 3 sentences. That's what I thought was the appropriate thing to do. The more involved I've gone and the more I've read, it's real when it's, just an exact positive comment just to ourselves, a reassurance instead of a to-do list. So thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, just make it simple.
The question was from Kathy Wachtenheim.
Okay. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
All right. So let me I'll put you on gallery mode again. And I'm going to come over here. You can see my messy room.
We all have it.
Oh, and I have to turn the screen around so you can see me. Yeah, I teach at the blind center that I go to. I teach there. I teach to my blind friends.
God bless you.
So it's the blind teaching the blind. Okay. Okay, can I be seen?
Yes,
Do you see me?
yes.
Good, good, good. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, feet parallel. See if you can sit away from the back of the chair so that you're sitting up nice and tall. And just lower your chin to your chest. On an exhale, just slowly lower your chin to your chest. And you can feel a nice little stretch in the back of your neck, maybe your upper back. And just breathe here, inhaling and exhaling. And from here, picture your nose as a piece of chalk and begin to make circles one way or the other. You can start small. And if you notice, your head is beginning to roll around. And if it's okay for your neck, you can make your circles even bigger. And just feel what you feel here. You can keep your eyes closed so that you can stay within and truly feel what's going on. And the next time that your chin is to your chest, go the other way. And if it's comfortable for you, you can, when you're way back, you can inhale and then exhale as you bring your chin back to your chest. And when you're ready, just come back to neutral, to Tadasana, and bring your arms out parallel to the floor, out to the side. And then bend your elbows, and bring your fingertips to your shoulders. And just roll your shoulders, feeling the shoulders. Roll your shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. And you're breathing here. And if you'd like to go even further, you can bring your elbows together and you can make even bigger circles, really feeling that in the shoulder blades, your shoulders, your upper back. And then go the other way. And when you're ready, just come back to sit up nice and tall. And for those that do practice yoga, I'm sure you've heard of cat-cow. So I will turn to the side so I think you can see me. Yeah. And move away from the back of the chair. And make sure that your feet are straight ahead, about fist width apart. And place your palms of your hands with your fingers spread wide on your knees. Arms straight, elbow creases facing up to the ceiling. And when you're ready, on an inhale, press down on your knees to raise and push bring your belly in and up towards your spine. So you're tightening your lower belly muscles, which helps keep your lower back safe. And on an inhale, just raise your chest, keep your chin tucked a little, and feel like your chest is being pulled up to the sky on an inhale. And then when you exhale, bring your hands back towards your waist as you round the back slowly, bringing your chin to your chest, which is your cat. And then rolling forward again to the dog position. If any you have dogs, you see them in the morning and they're stretching. And then exhale, drawing the belly in, rounding the back. Really feeling this in your spine, your shoulders. Keeping your inhales and exhales a little deeper than your normal breath. And then you can come back to your neutral position. So what I'm doing here is beginning to work on your joints. We don't always move our joints, especially first thing in the morning. It's great to do all this stuff in the morning to wake your body up. So next, sitting in Tadasana, you can take your right hand and place that on your chair and let your left arm with the palm facing out, fingers spread. Take a deep inhale and lengthen, get taller, and then slowly bring your arm out and up overhead and stretch it up to the ceiling as you press your seat into the chair and feel a stretch along the left side of your body, your ribs separating. You can even feel your breath. And if it feels okay to you, on your next exhale, just slowly lean to the right, keeping your shoulders down and back, and just breathing here. Few breaths. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. That's comfortable for you. And then when you're ready, slowly bring the arm back down. And we'll do the other side. So you put your left hand on the chair and your right arm stretched down, fingers spread wide. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears and then just roll them back and down, feeling yourself sitting up even taller. And then inhale again, bringing the arm out and up overhead. And breathing here, stretching up towards the ceiling. You can even look up towards your thumb if it feels okay for your neck. And breathe here. Reaching for the sun, this sunny, gorgeous sunny day. And then you can lean on your next exhale if it's okay for you. I do not because I have scoliosis, so I can't lean to my left. So I just reach. And a few more breaths here. And then slowly bring the hand down. Sitting up nice and tall again. So now we'll do, for the spine, we'll do a twist. So bring both arms down by your sides. Palms facing out. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. And then you can twist to the right, bringing the arms down, Bringing your right hand to your left thigh. Did I twist in the right way? I forget. I was trying to mirror you, but I don't think I did. But anyway, whichever way you twisted, bring that hand. If you twisted right, bring your left hand to the side of your thigh, and the other hand just comfortably on the back of your chair, just making sure your shoulders are back and down. And if it's okay, you can look towards your right. Breathing here. 3 long breaths. Inhaling, making sure your belly is drawn in towards your spine, keeping you nice and tall. Slowly exhaling. And when you're ready, bringing your arms out and up overhead, stretching up, and we'll go the other way. So you'll bring your right hand to the left side of your thigh, holding onto the back of the chair wherever it feels comfortable. Make sure your shoulders are back and down, keeping that heart center open. And then looking towards the shoulder that's toward the back, if it's okay for your neck. And breathing here. And if you'd like a little more movement, we can do this going back and forth. So you can inhale your arms up and then going towards the right again. And then inhaling back up and going the other way. And do this about 3 times. Inhaling your arms up and exhaling, twist. And inhaling, arms up and exhaling, twist. And one more time on your own. Make sure you're breathing. And then when you're finished that, make sure you come to sit tall again. And bring the palms of your hands on your heart. And close your eyes. And just feel what you feel right now in your body. Do you feel any difference from when we started? Do you feel any calmer? What's going on now? Whatever you're feeling is okay. Just notice. Okay. So now what we're going to do is work on our hips. So sit nice and tall. Roll your shoulders up toward your ears, back and down, so you're sitting up nice and tall. Draw the navel in towards your spine. And interlace your fingers underneath your right thigh. And just lift your leg from the hip crease. And begin to circle the knee so that you can feel it in your hip. Begin to wake up that hip. We tend to sit all day, either at the computer or wherever we're sitting, and we're shortening those muscles in front of the hip. And when you're ready, go the other way and flex that foot, your ankle, the toes towards your kneecap. This will keep your kneecap safe. The muscles there. So make sure you go one way and then the other. And then slowly bring that back down. Sitting up tall, recentering yourself. Make sure that your feet are parallel. And do this on the other leg. Lifting it and circling one way and then the other. And you're breathing. And how does this feel when you're doing this? Does one side feel different than the other? And then slowly lowering. Let me think. Okay, so depending upon the flexibility in your hip, you have a choice here. You can either just cross your ankles with the right ankle in front of the left, or you can put your right hand underneath your knee and the left hand underneath your right ankle, and then just carry the ankle up towards the left knee so that you're sort of making a number 4 and sitting up tall here. And if you feel any pain, just notice that. And don't push harder. Just make sure you're doing this and not hurting yourself. And just breathe here. Sitting up nice and tall, drawing the belly in towards the spine. And if you'd like a little more sensation, you can place your palm on the inner right thigh and just fold slightly from the hip crease, keeping a nice flat back, not rounding the back. And you might feel it on the outside of your hip if you're doing that. And just breathe here. Three more deep breaths. And then very gently, the same way that you brought your leg up, just gently lower your leg down to the floor. And we'll do the other side, either bringing your ankle, the left ankle, in front of your right ankle, or actually lifting, holding on to the knee and the ankle, keeping the foot flexed, placing that ankle onto your knee and sitting up nice and tall. And just breathing here. And if it's comfortable for you, you can take your palm and press onto the inner left thigh and just reach forward, coming forward from the hip crease, making sure that you're staying nice and long from the tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. And notice if this side feels any different than the right. Never feels the same. And every time you do this, if you ever do this again, look at it as like you're doing it for the first time. Every time is fresh and new because it's always a new present moment. And one more breath here. And then slowly, slowly lowering, holding onto that knee and the ankle. And slowly lowering to the ground. And now we'll work a little bit on our wrists and ankles. So just bring your feet a little forward in front of you. Your heels can be on the floor, and just point and flex one foot and then the other. How often do we pay attention to our ankles unless we hit it? And you can circle your ankles one way and then the other. And then you can gently just place your feet down and make light fists with holding onto your thumb, and just circle your wrists one way and then the other. You can shake your hands out. And then come back to your Tadasana. Okay, from here, I would like to stand here. Is that okay for everybody? Is there a problem for anybody? If there is a problem, I'm going to show you how to do a down dog. I will show you how to do it in the chair, but first, just gently rise up and walk behind your chair. And hopefully you'll be able to see me. I can't even see myself. Okay, but yeah, I don't even see myself very well in the mirror anymore. If I put makeup on, I do it from memory. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. All right. So here we go. Look down at your feet and make sure that both your feet are pointing straight ahead, about fist width apart. Press your palms of your hands with your fingers spread wide on either side of the top of the chair. Roll your shoulders up, back and down, drawing the belly in towards your spine, and then slowly walking back until you feel your hips like you're an upside down L, and you're perfectly straight. Make sure your elbow creases are pointing up toward the ceiling. Your head is in between your upper arms, and you're breathing here. And if you'd like a little more stretch for the back of the body, you can imagine you're pressing your hips up toward the ceiling and back as you're lowering your entire torso, making sure not to round your back. Don't round your back. Keep everything straight and feel the stretch. And you can bend your knees slightly, and you maybe even be able to get even a nicer stretch. I love this because of my scoliosis. It helps me to stretch my spine. And just breathe here. And just stay here as long as you feel comfortable. And when you're ready, make sure that you walk slowly back to the back of the chair, keeping your chin tucked in. And when you finally get back, slowly lift your head. That's the last thing to come up. And you can roll your shoulders here. Feels good. Okay. For those, we can come back to the chair. And for those of you who did not get up, you can also do down dog in a seated position. you can come towards the edge of the seat and open your legs a little wider than hip crease, than hip width, and just raise your arms out and up over your head, and then just bend from the hip crease as you're just reaching, coming forward, only as far so that you don't fall out of the chair. So this is your down dog seated. And then you can breathe here. And then when you get tired, bring your hands down, let your hands land wherever they land on your legs. And maybe you might be able to come down a little lower, bending from the hip crease, making sure not to round the back. Keep that spine long from the tailbone to the crown. And just breathe. And then when you're ready, slowly walking the hands up your legs, coming to sit up nice and tall. And one more pose. It's called child's pose. Now, if you have a pillow, I think I asked for pillow, but you don't, I mean, it's not necessary. You don't really need it, or a blanket. This is called a, right, I can't think of it. A bolster. It's a bolster. And then you can just rest your arms on the bolster and then just round. If you don't have a bolster or a blanket or a pillow, you can just keep the top of your upper arms on your thighs, and then just round down and rest your forehead either on the pillow or just let your head hang. Just let everything go and relax here. Make sure you're still breathing. And then slowly come back, sitting up. And now give yourselves a big hug and thank yourselves for today. And we'll do our final pose, which is Shavasana, which is corpse pose. And to do that, there's a couple ways we can do this. That's our final resting pose. So you want to sit back all the way in your chair and sit in a comfortable upright position and rest the back of your hands on your thighs. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears, back and down, feeling the shoulder blades sliding down the back. And just sitting here, closing your eyes. And just here, allow the breath to breathe you. Feel that the breath is breathing your body. Now bring your awareness down to your feet and relax all the muscles in your feet your toes, the top of the feet, the bottom. Bringing your awareness to your calves and your shins. And just allow the muscles to relax here. Feel them melting down like ice cream towards the earth. Allow your knees to relax. The muscles in your thighs. The muscles in your pelvis. Feel the muscles in your back, the lower back, the middle back, and the upper back. Just melting down, relaxing, letting go of any holding or tension that has been left over. Relaxing the front of the body, the belly, the chest. Even feel your inner organs. Feel them all relaxing. They work so hard for you 24/7. Your heart, your stomach, your digestive system, constantly on the go without you ever realizing it. Allow your shoulders to relax. Bringing your attention down your arms, the upper arms, the lower arms. Feeling all the muscles in your hands, the palms, the back of your hands, your fingers. Maybe you feel some tingling in your hands. And traveling back up your arms towards your neck. Relax the outside of your neck, the inside. Coming back, relaxing all the muscles in your face, the jaw, the inside of your mouth, the tongue, relaxing down away from the palate, your temples, your eyes relaxing back in their sockets, the space between your brows, coming up all the way to the top of your skull, feeling everything melting down. And if you've made an intention for your class today, just bring that back to mind. In another minute, you'll hear some bells. Just sit here with your breath, with your body, with your thoughts. Just allow everything to be as it is in this moment. Bringing your palms together, thumbs in front of your heart, keeping your eyes closed. Thank your body. May you be happy. May you all be healthy. May you all have peace and be at ease. And I have much gratitude for you having me today. Thank you so, so very much. Namaste. Nope, sorry about that. Hello? Oh, God, why did I answer that? I was. Okay, any comments? How do you feel? Any questions?
You can all unmute yourselves. You're all muted probably because I think I muted you all.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Yes, thank you. I feel
Very
very relaxed, very flexible, very, you did a good job. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
My
Karen,
pleasure.
thank you.
Thank you. It was very relaxing.
Good, good. It does calm you.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
Mhm. And these are things that you can do on your own at any time, even coming to your breath. If you're ever stressed, just come to your breath and allow your breath to slow down, inhales and exhales, and just be aware of your breath. And take
Even even when you're at holding the steering wheel.
well, I wouldn't keep your eyes closed.
Yeah,
You
I
can do it
don't-
at you can maybe do it at the red light.
exactly. At a red light,
Mhm.
and now that there's more traffic on the road, I don't close my eyes, but I am most conscious of a deep breath and letting it out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. A lot of people when they drive have anger issues because everybody's in a hurry.
Uh-huh.
And where are they
And I
going?
don't, yeah. And I don't need that or want that transferred from another vehicle. So I just breathe.
Mm-hmm. And you feel the difference because you're slowing down and you're pausing and
Yep.
making space.
It is very relaxing. And it's funny, Kathy, that you should say that because I just finished, along with Karen's husband, a Jewish meditation course with the rabbi at Shir Me. And one of the things that I got out of it is I am a way better driver. It sounds like ridiculous, but it has made me so much more relaxed that
Yeah,
I'm driving and people are going to do what people are going to do. It's going to take me as long as it takes me.
that's right.
It is-
Just get there safely.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Is the class still continuing?
No, Dan is going to do just a meditation class, which you might be interested in, but gosh, I'm promoting things. It's not even Hadassah.
Okay.
But
He
the
would
rabbi-
love it.
we are going to continue as a group, those of us who were in it. I mean, you can look into it, sure. Look into it with Rabbi. It's been good. And this was wonderful. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah, thanks, Karen.
Thank you.
My pleasure. How you feeling, Margie?
I'm calmer than I was before I started.
Oh, well, good, good.
Anybody
All
else?
right.
It's good to see everybody.
I agree. It's good to see you, Kathy. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen me for a long time either.
Well, you're looking good.
Thank you. I'm blonde and white. Yeah, yeah. The white has appeared.
Wow. I've been waiting for a very long time.
I have too. I just finally, when I was at the ShopRite, I noticed that the wig store was open, and I went in, and I was still coloring my hair at home, and I asked the gal to please try some wigs on me. She looked at my roots to guesstimate. She thought that there was more gray, so the wigs I tried on had more gray in it. And then I took pictures and I sent it to family. only one family member said no. And when I finally was brave and more comfortable about going back to the hair salon, I said, I can't be a brunette anymore, but I don't want to have 6-inch roots and, you know, whatever mystery color on the bottom. So she allowed the white and then added some blonde highlights so that it looks more natural as the white is coming through. And also because my hair is so fine, it gives it some oomph. So I was terrified that I would look like I was 90 years old.
No, you don't.
Oh, no, 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 no.
And I feel happier about not being self-conscious about roots and the money. And so, yeah, it's very liberating.
You know what? That's a great idea. I'm thinking, well, gee, my hair grew since COVID.
Yeah, sure.
And if I wanted it to ever turn gray, I don't know if I'm ready yet, but I'm thinking I could just buy a wig as my gray hair would grow in. And
Well,
then,
I never wore the wig. It was just a visual.
right.
But I do know people who have been wearing wigs as their hair is growing out. And, you know, they found a good quality wig that is not hot, especially coming into summer, and really made their self-esteem
Mhm,
heighten during the transition.
mhm.
I certainly was not ready to let the white come through in the beginning of lockdown. No way. But now I don't recognize myself when I walk past the mirror, but I feel, you know, this is me. And my 5-year-old granddaughter says, Safta, you have beige hair. Yeah, it's funny.
Well, I didn't know you with dark hair, so, and I'm looking at you now. What I can see,
Yeah.
even though you're blurry, you look great. I
Thank
think you
you.
look wonderful.
Thank you. Everyone looks wonderful. You really do.
I did know it was you. So either way, you look like you.
Thank you.
I mean, I've had my hair gray since I was about late 30s.
Oh,
I could have. Um,
I want simple and easy.
yeah, but psychologically,
I didn't care. It didn't bother me.
you have a stronger inner
It was just such a
self-esteem.
short hair, so the roots would come through so fast. This is ridiculous. So I just let it go natural.
You have an admirable
That's not my
attitude.
image.
Self-image.
I don't care.
All right. Well, I'm not ready, but it certainly is easier. And I will say, in the first 6 months of the pandemic, my hair was probably 3 different colors at one time.
Mhm.
Because
You're
every
all-
time I tried to color it myself, I ended up with something different.
Well, what I
Great.
was fortunate. I found a salon online in LA, took pictures of my highlights and took pictures of the rest of my hair, and God bless them, they matched it.
They sent you to do yourself?
Yeah,
Well,
and conditioners so that it gave it volume and whatever, and the communication either online or verbally was wonderful. So I didn't feel like I was stranded on my own. I did buy black towels, though, inexpensive black towels, so that whatever remnants that did not get rinsed out would not spoil a good white towel. Because no matter how much you bleach it, it doesn't come out. So an inexpensive black towel and an inexpensive robe. And I also bought a cape through them, and the bowl and the brush. And I had more respect for stylists. it's not easy.
No,
Yeah.
I made mine.
Afternoon, ladies. I go.
Sorry, go
And
ahead.
it's a pleasure to see all of you. It's been a
See you
wonderful
all
thing.
next month.
Actually, I think I need a nap now because I feel really relaxed.
Go for
That's a
it.
good thing.
And Helene, have a
Good.
safe trip back to not Philly.
Thanks,
to
sweetie. I'll
Richmond.
talk to you next week, Angel. Bye-bye.
Bye. All
Bye,
right.
everybody. Thank you,
We
We have to
ladies.
say goodbye too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Bye,
It was
all.
really
Maybe
excellent.
when we all
ladies.
get back together, we could do this again in person.
Oh,
I would love it.
And just walk around smiling afterwards.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.